I'll tell you guys a story. It's about Grace, the girl in part 13. So this was happening in hospital. After I started talking with her and she wasn't crying every day, and I talked to her every day, you know. And then one day she'll come to my room crying. I go, what's wrong, Grace? What happened today? And she will tell me she visited some doctor, some surgeon, and he told her, you know, some part of a, saying some things, you know, might not come back and all this. And she started crying to me again. And this is how I described it. I said, Grace, imagine if we're both boats. You are made of wood and I am made of titanium. So the shell of my boat is titanium. Nothing penetrates it. And her, a wooden boat, every time she gets a bit of bad news, the doctor says something, bang, it punches a hole through the hull. And, you know, one hole, two holes, and she's got, the whole time, she's got a bucket scooping out water. And my titanium shell, nothing breaks through. Everything just bounces off. So I'm rowing forward. All my energy is towards exercise, and rowing. And all her energy, because her boat is full of holes, all she's doing is getting a bucket and scooping the water out and trying to stay afloat. So this is a good, and this is actual story of when I spent time in hospital with Grace, and someone that kept on getting, every time the doctors told her something bad, she'll come to my room crying. I said, come on, Grace, you know, I just look at me and look at yourself. I never cried, you know. Like I said, my shell was titanium. The hull of my boat was titanium. Everything bad just bounces off, you know. Nothing got through. The first time when I was at the second hospital, fully paralyzed, and the doctor told me part of your brain's missing, it came and it bounced off. I ignored the guy. At the first family meeting, when Dr. Morrison told me, Tom, you're not walking out of here, it bounced off. And watch my positivity thing. Anything negative, you just turn it into a positive. You just use your brain to turn that around. You know, why spend your life miserable? You know, we're going through something really hard, and you need to be fucking rowing the whole time you're rowing, not fucking scooping water. You know, trying to stay afloat. That's just ineffective. You know, you might look at my situation. And first of all, I don't care. You might look at my situation, this guy's not that badly injured. Then you should see some of the part one to part one, and the excuses 8 probably. And then you know how fucking fucked up I was. So, and for haters out there, I don't really care. You can think whatever you want. If you want to stay in the chair for the rest of your life, it's not my skin, you know, no skin off my back. But if you want to fucking get out of your comfort zone and just really, really try, you know, stop letting doctors or whatever stop you, then you need to fight, throw everything at it. Another thing, so when I was in hospital, the things I did in hospital, it's very similar to one of those movies where they're playing poker. And then you got your cards and then you got your chips, and the guy that goes all in, I was all in. I didn't care what my cards were. I was going to throw everything at it, you know, everything, just all in. I was ready to die. I was, you know, I convinced myself at the second hospital that I was going to walk out of the next hospital or die in there. I brainwashed myself for like 2-3 months, and it worked, you know. He said the last hospital, it was fucking hard, unbelievably hard. It was so fucking painful and hard. I was taking so much painkillers. I have no idea how I'm not addicted to that shit. In the US, there's so many, it's called opiate addiction. We call it endone, you guys call it Oxycontin. It is fucking addictive as hell, but I was taking so much in hospital because I was in so much pain. Luckily, I never got addicted to it, but it's you do whatever you have to do. I'll give you another example. Grace, the girl in part 13. she kept on fighting the doctors. Some things you fight, some things you don't. She wouldn't take her medication. She just, you know, like me, I didn't care. I was in so much pain. If I didn't take the medication, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to exercise the next day. So every night I just asked for endo, not because I was addicted, because I was literally in so much pain. But I prepared myself at the second hospital. I just brainwashed myself to walk out or die in there. And that's the burning of bridges. I've done it before.